Welcome back, Earthbound race fans! Oh my goodness gracious. It's Earthbound Super Series, Boogey 2025, bracket stage. We're opening up with MissDesGames versus TheMine. I am so excited for brackets, guys. This is going to be so hype. My name is Uko. I was pulled out of the ether to do commentary for this race this evening. And I'm just ready to get into the high-stakes, fast-paced action. So for our opening match for the bracket stage, we have MissDes, who seeded 7th after qualifiers with a 109.18 average of the top 3. Nice, nice. And we have TheMine2001 coming in at 27 seed with a 117.51 best 3 average. We all know that this means very little. It's just worth noting for statistical purposes. It's always anyone's race. It's Boogey. We're going to see a little bit of desync here just from the timers, and also because apparently TheMine started just a little late. No worries though, 2 seconds is... I don't want to say it's insignificant, because we've had a lot of really close call races. But that will count as a deficit toward his final time in terms of actual tournament time. For those who don't know, Boogey Percent is our sort of introductory / race type of category for Earthbound. It's very accessible to pretty much everyone who wants to try and play. It consists of mainly the first quarter of the game, where we start from the very beginning as Ness by himself until we get Paula and Jeff and defeat the Boogey Tent and collect a jar of fly honey. This is about a quarter of the full game in terms of speedrun length. And we do get to showcase at least some of our technical prowess. And, of course, a lot of the RNG-related shenaniganery that can occur. Good luck, racers. Good luck, myself. Thank you. Good luck, Restreamer, Attack Slug, who is restreaming and working at the same time like an absolute girl boss. Good luck, Chad. Good luck, Temple. Good luck, Possum. Good luck, Tessie. You're very welcome. Prediction has started for the winner, so go ahead and gamble all your Earthbuck savings away, like I keep doing this entire tournament. Also, for those who don't quite understand how our tournament has been working, everything up until this point has been qualifiers, just to sort of determine our seeding order for the bracket stage. And now that we are in bracket stage, it is single elimination, so the loser of this race will be eliminated from the tournament. So it's even higher stakes than usual. You really want to pull out all the stops if you can. Here we are with the spawn dodges. Nice move, Dez, against that crow. The mine just having a snake. Dez running into another snake. Snakes can be stutter stepped or despawned, depending on your preference. Oh goodness! Oh goodness! Yeah, that was a rough one. Having that second dog there as well kind of made things a little more difficult to like assess and decide what you want to do. But the mine also gets into a dog encounter. I think the mine just kind of decided to fight it instead of trying to despawn. The dog, of course, in this area is definitely the least bad of the fights to take. Or instead of trying the dog thing. I wasn't going to say anything about it. But both of our runners move on. Yeah, no, both of these runners are freaking scrubs for not pulling the dog back and getting it stuck against the bush like they're supposed to. Everyone should be doing this now, by the way. It's the best new strategy ever, and no one can ever refute me on that claim. Both of our runners make it to the top of the hill. Rescue Picky. We're going to say hey there to Delilah. I mean, Buzz Buzz. You fight a dog on purpose to be a level 3 for the first Bogopunk? That's valid. I do not dislike that strategy. It's a little bit of time sacrifice in the name of safety. I dig it. I feel like it's one of those things, like, I came up with the idea based on watching someone else, based on watching Jossum Sauce do his run. His moves there kind of inspired me to come up with it. And I've had a lot of success with it. Like, it's very rare that I actually, like, have something bad happen when I do it. But I know Bean Train and her attitude toward the game. If I try that, it's not going to work. And that's real. It's real. There's 100% validity in that. Every runner, that's the thing about Earthbound speedruns, is that everyone has a different experience playing the game. It's the same game for everyone. The copies of Earthbound are not personalized, but somehow it feels like they are. Yeah, no, the dog pull strat is not race safe. At least not yet. It's also brand new. Starman Jr. fight is purely random. There's nothing that the player can do to influence its outcome in terms of speed. So we're just kind of hoping for a 4-turn fight or a 2-cycle as opposed to a 6-turn 3-cycle. We also want to see Starman Jr. do PSI freeze or guard instead of doing PSI fire, because that takes longer due to the text. I've seen a couple freezes on the mine side. But Dez, despite starting the fight second, comes out of it first. Seems that her Buzz Buzz did stronger attacks, and the mine's Buzz Buzz is doing weaker attacks. Oh man, that 28 did the job. That's crazy. I'm assuming that everything sounds fine. Apparently chat doesn't care. The mine also opting to... Was that a save that I saw? Went back into Ness's house first before getting Buzz Buzz offed by Lardna. Mom heal? Okay. Is that right? I don't know how I didn't know that. Dez makes it outside first. We want to see no silly, funny animals spawns on the way down this walk here. Looks crystal clear to me. Nice, good stuff. Ooh, going for the butterfly max out. I like it. Yeah, I guess both runners needed to recover their HP in some way. I think Dez's way was faster. Clear walk for the mine as well, down the Oned Zoo. Just gonna stock up on better equipment really quick, and then go and face the arcade and the sharks. We're looking for clean Onets all around. We're looking for nerfed Onets all around. So Dez is also level 3 for the first Pogo fight, so it will be easier. We are less likely, I should say, to have to use the bread roll during the fight. There we go. Grabbing the trash juice. Sometimes that 6 HP can make a difference, like in this situation. You would much rather have 36 going into the second Pogo Punk than 30. It's still a dicey range, but it's a lot less dicey. Because the charge forward attack can do either less or more than 12 HP of damage. Thank you, 1990X, for the raid. Yes Man Jr. goes down nice and easy. The mine is on the second Pogo Punk. MissDes will be starting Frank first. Oh, we did get a bag of fries drop. What is that, a 1 in 32? I always forget. I ask this question like every time someone gets the bag of fries. An enemy occurred processing the API. Dez's Frank fight seems to be going okay, not too many brandishes. Still left with 1 life up after that, and now she'll have 2 for Frankenstein Mark II, so it should be no problem. Mine starting up Frank himself. 48 HP is a great amount to have. Ooh, a smash. Love to see that. So he could go down in 1 more hit here. It may take 2. Yep, just the 1. For Frankenstein Mark II, you can take advantage of the fact that he only attacks every other turn to keep your HP at a good amount so that you do not meet your demise. Dez going for the auto fight. I don't like to see that miss though. Just need to wrap it up really quick. There we go. Another smash for the mine. Smashes on these fights in particular, like Frank and Frankenstein Mark II, and even the Sharks themselves, are really beneficial because of the amount of turns that they save. And that time will stack, especially if you get multiple. The bag of fries is 1 in 32. Okay, I was right. I do know things. That's good. Both runners opting to heal with Frank, as is usually advisable for a race. Thank you, Dark Alexander, for subscribing to the channel. I'll be seeing you on the court later tonight. Both runners talking to the same bald man at the same time. Let's get that key to the shack and head up into Giant Step and start the slug grind. Attack Margaret's slug. I know, I'll be honest, I'm really still scared. I haven't had a good race this entire tournament, and I've raced 4 times. I'm real nervous. For those who don't know, my race against Dark Alex will be taking place at 8 Eastern tonight, so be here. Mine opting for the safety save. This will avoid a photo trigger in the event of a death. Both runners stocking up on burgers. You like to have a full inventory of burgers going into Giant Step because you need as much healing as you can get, especially in some of the riskier, dicier circumstances. Sometimes your Titanic ant fight can go really quickly, or it can take forever, and you need to be sustaining your survival. Instead of finding her first slug pack, that'll put her at 4. The mine stepping into the dungeon right now. Need to get past these mice. Auto fight seems to be no good on Dez's end. Not enough offense to one-shot all the slugs necessarily. Oh wow, they're already hitting the mine for 3. That's pretty rare, having that much defense at level 5. Of course, what we have in defense, we lack in offense. If you're in a slug fight for more than 4 turns, they will gain the ability to concentrate and use hypnosis, just like this. Called it! That mouse doesn't look very stuck, but that is kind of being played professionally. She does feel the lag and stutters past the mouse to the left. That's some professional Earthbound gameplay right there. I like to see that. If your slug fight lasts longer than 4 turns, call your doctor. Oh, the miss on Dez's slide with the low HP. Micromanaging the health here. Dez still ahead on the slug grind. Getting a little tangled up with mice, but gets rid of them okay. Another 4-pack for Dez. Mine very carefully setting up that stuck mouse position. Oh, but it comes loose. You really want to make sure, if you can, to get it like securely behind that sort of cliff edge so that it doesn't slide off. That definitely looks a little better. Yeah, that's what Des was doing, is keeping Ness a little higher up. If you're smart, you can play that type of thing really, really well. Des makes her way upstairs. I think she's going for the six-pack now, perhaps? I'm honestly not too concerned with keeping an exact slug count. 4 than 6. I should have noticed if she hit level 7 on that last fight or not. That's a 4. I wonder which one of these attack slugs right now is the one who's restreaming this race. Des cutting it close again with that HP. I love it. Alright, Des looking to spawn a 6-pack of slugs at the top of this rope. Meanwhile, the mine is still on the bottom floor. Not quite. Recognizes that it's not a 6-pack, goes back down. Whichever one spells it with an I, exactly. Yeah, that doesn't look right either. Go back down. 69 nice HP. That is a 6-pack for sure. Oh, the miss on turn 1, that is so annoying. If you miss on turn 1 of any of these slug fights, it's really annoying because of how much time you lose having the slugs each take their turns super slowly. But on the 6-pack fight, it's the worst. With that singlet the mine just got, I have no idea how many slugs he's at now. Another 4-pack. I think he's just doing bottom floor strats. I feel like he's been encountering a lot of these 4-packs individually. Thankfully, no hypnosis on Dez's side. She gets through the fight okay. And we are now level 8. And the mine is also level 8. But the mine, however, is at the bottom of the dungeon, whereas Dez got level 8 at the very top. So the mine still has to make this climb. Hopefully it doesn't get too impeded by rampant spawns in the dungeon. Gotta pull this stutter off. Dez having enough offense to bop the single Antoids, gets a cookie out of it. Throws it away. Said, I don't want that in my inventory. Mine pulling off some successful stutters here. Just needs to make it across the 3rd floor and out the door, deciding to go back and despawn these. Dez will be making it to Titanic Ant first. Fingers crossed, everybody. Throwing a rock in for turn 1. 80 damage. Going for the burger to heal, and then another rock in. The mine's still struggling to get up. $90 for that second rock in. And while I was tapping in chat, Dez defeats the ant with the greatest of ease. Still waiting on the mine to get out of the main dungeon. Meanwhile, Dez is progressing swimmingly. Some stellar play so far. Yeah, a lot of times trying to despawn these spawns up here is just going to reload some new ones back in. Really want to get a hang on those stutter steps. But he does make it out, so we're going to see him make his progress up to the very top, fight the ant. Does pull off a good stutter, has those two antoids. Nice, love to see it. I imagine Dez's inventory is still pretty loaded with burgers. Yeah, that antoid is in a weird spot. What are you going to do about that? Pull it back, pull it back. Yeah. And then stutter around up above. Good stuff. Dez completely skipping, restocking on burgers. Definitely doesn't need it. Going in with full confidence. Mine's looking for an empty room here. Does not want to get into a fight with these antoids. Seems like his offense is probably too low to just bop the singles. Does get one that he feels confident stuttering past. Good job. Dez starting the cops first. Only went up by 2. Yeah, that does provide an issue. Mine's starting Titanic Ant. Oh my. Oh my. Oh no. Oh, the clutch dodge! I can't believe it. Those rock and rolls were decent, not too great, but keep your head up. Get this finished out. Oh yeah, that never happens. You get that crit, and then the ant always immediately bites again for mortal. You never get saved from that, by God's grace. Mine's struggling to get any hits in, just keeps taking damage. That ant keeps biting, and now he's out of burgers. I'm amazed that that life up hasn't got magneted away in all this time. Meanwhile, Dez is on cop 4. Oh man, no. That's no good. Shielded up. Oh, and the miss. Ah! Oh, Dez getting smashed too. Oh, he gets through. He gets through. What a legend. Good work. That was incredible. I have no idea, brother. Did take a while though, so the mine's gonna have his work cut out for him catching up to Dez here. Dez playing it extremely safe with Captain Strong, which is really valid. So valid. We got an empty turn on this Rockin', so her HP will still be full. Just throw another one and end it. End it. Oh, 48 is atrocious. But one more bash to do it. There we go. 2920 on the Onet exit. Great work, Dez. Keep it up. The mine is going to lose even more time against Dez in this situation because his inventory was completely emptied of burgers. We're absolutely going to have to go to the store and restock. It would take a lot of confidence to just go straight to the cops in this situation. It could be done. It would just be insanely risky. Dad's being careful to avoid some mushies on the way down. Don't want to get mushroomized. Mind withdrawing some money from the Onett drugstore. Gonna buy some more burgers, absolutely. MissDes stopping at the Tucson department store. Pull out the money for Apple Kid and other items, and then the save for the Deathwood. I know, that dodge was crazy. I don't have audio on my end. I can't sync my voice up to it, otherwise I would. Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I got my money. Let's spend it up. I didn't know where the mine was for a second. That was an interesting walk to the police station. Mine's starting up cops while MissDes makes her way through the fart cave. I still feel weird calling it that. But everyone insists, and so I must. Nice and easy first cop for the mine. Just 3 regular attacks. Guys making her way up to load in the pencil to activate that Apple Kit phone call. Oh, the miss from Ness. Come on, buddy. You can do better than that. Going for the life up. Oh man, those spawns were ridiculous. Had to go back out the door. Mine is on cop 3. Still a lot of burgers to go off of. Ah, Ness missing again. Oh man, thankfully that smash was timed well. Already in the middle of healing. Got the burger drop. Oh, these mushrooms are intense. Excuse me, Cowboy Kid. PTSD trash flashbacks. Nice smash on that cop. I don't know how many turns that saved, but it looks pretty fast. Dad's buying the skip sandwich for PRV. A lot of runners are doing that lately. I actually really like it. Mine throwing his second rocket into Captain Strong. Just barely not enough for him to go down. But one bash will finish it up. 34-54 on the Strong down. Looking at about a 5-minute difference here. MissDes on her return trip through cave. Gonna go erase that pencil and see what awaits us in the Peaceful Rest Valley. That looked like a manipulation menu open and close. These mushrooms are not great for the mine. Very inconveniently positioned. Get out of here, mushies. We got a little something in that first little right turn there. I see Des bumping RNG forward with the menu to sort of hopefully land on a better set of strings. Does get that plate emptied. We have a diamond over there to the left. Manages to despawn it with that little alcove. Nice work. Ooh. That diamond looks sketchy, so she took that weird cut on the despawn walk, but wow. Okay. Makes it through. Looking pretty solid. Solidly empty. And we're already butterflied out. There we go. Here comes the stuff. Despawns the top part of the horseshoe. Busting out that skip sandwich. Oh, the mine running into a bag lady. Almost. Gets away. MissDes makes it through PRV. Good stuff. Stepping on Snack, or trampling over Snack, I should say, because a lot of people have been skip sandwiching into the snakes lately. Was that what that was? The 1 in 32 cookie drop. So that's 2 1 in 32 item drops for Des in this one race. And unlike the other cookie from the Antoid, this one may actually come in handy, depending on what strats Des decides to employ for the car painter fight. It would be a risk. Definitely a lot less necessary of a risk to take with this much of a lead. I want to say those sprouts were just on the edge of not being despawnable. But if you're going to try to despawn an enemy that's in that position, you really need to like sub-pixel your way into that very corner. Some runners don't know how to do that. Stad's starting the cabin fight. Gotta throw that rock in and hope for the big trifecta, but at least we need damage output on all 3 of the enemies. It misses the crow. I find in general that if the first rocket misses the crow, the second one is also probably going to miss the crow. Like, way more often than not. Well, the 2 cultists go down, and it does hit the crow. Good stuff. So no extra turns needed for bashing purposes. Ah, these sprout spawns are annoying for the mine. These out and in door transitions take quite a lot longer than regular door transitions in between the two rooms. Those seconds will stack if you get stuck there. Oh, wow, Des getting the lucky butterfly in the village. That's always beautiful. No, it wasn't. I was literally thinking about it. I was like, wow, this is awesome, except it wasn't for me that one time last night. I had like a 12 miss car painter, 14 miss car painter, and couldn't beat him, despite the fact that I literally had 3 rockins in this glitchless run I was doing. The fight took like 2.5 minutes, and then I died because I ran out of healing. Nice smash on that cultist. Getting through the fight quickly, although we are left with a higher amount of HP. Because all 3 did gross damage, yeah, that's true too. That's what we're talking about, baby. Anything can happen. Anything can go wrong at any time. We were talking about the idea of like a fantastical kind of skill showcase tournament where it's like, let's pit all of the really strong runners against each other and see who's the best at execution. But it's like, that's not really possible with this game. There's way too much variance. You can't rely on anything. As HP goes down to a pretty reasonable amount, throwing all those rockins. He's still not dead, but it could be close. Going for the cookie. We'll need to see like a preemptive heal here though with the croissant, but should be able to still withstand, definitely will be able to withstand the pain attack, and of course we get the dodge. And now we get the lightning reflex, and now Car Painter goes down. Classic Earthbound, classic. Oh man, the high vitality HP roll. Oh boy, this death warp might take a while. Our lead is still very comfy though, especially now that we're past Car Painter. So not too much to worry about really, race-wise. The mine is starting PRV. We see a whole bunch of spawns in that first right turn. And that's true. She did not die to the outspeed on the cookie heal. That could have been tragic. Definitely well played, just not necessarily well RNG'd. The mine's still stuck and getting into a pincer now. Gotta decide what he wants to do. You definitely would rather take the sprouts than the UFOs, 100%. Just throw a rocket at him. Especially since he's all HP'd up. Deciding to bash. And using the burger for heals. Oh, these misses are not helping. Fight's already going to take longer if you just decide to bash and keep your PSI. I feel like in this situation you'd rather just use it. Especially if you already have it, just get more butterflies after. The first sprout still hasn't gone down. Oh man, the mortal damage. Oh! No good. Has to walk all the way up to that point again. That pincer was pretty bad. Des starting her Death Warp. Going for classic mole strats. Great opening miss. Thanks, we'd love to see that. Oh, 2 in a row. And now for the size up. Another size up. Oh boy. Absent-minded. We need some. Oh, the mine. Yeah, that's not good. Was trying to go for a butterfly, but there was like a mushroom within the range. The butterfly like baited him. Oh, did Dez defeat the mole? I totally missed that because of what the mine was doing. Is she trying to go for like? Is she trying to get a bear spawn? Oh, she ran. Okay. Interesting. Well, winds up with another mole encounter. Still hasn't taken any damage. Now Ness takes a hit at least. Still going for the runaway, though. Iframes past these bats. I want to see you get super far in the dungeon. Go, go, go. There's the bear. That's what we're talking about. Now I'll die nice and quick. Bam! Bam! And bam! Done. Now that's what I call moral damage. That was pretty meme-worthy, I like it. So the mine does make it past where he was before, but we're still dealing with some spawns here. Opting to despawn here instead of just taking the travel charm path. That's always a good backup strategy, because it gets you to the same place. Does make it through. Need to butterfly back up. Thankfully, PRV seems to be easing off the gas a little. One more spawn to deal with, and that is it. Last time you went for the bear and missed nest like 4 times. This game is something else. What did Hannibal Buress say? Earthbound is one hell of a drug. Mine does his Happy Village shopping. Needs to make it to Paula to start the cabin fight. We'll mainly be watching him for right now, as Dez sort of completes a bunch of story triggers for this segment. Mine starting the cabin fight. Throw that rocket out. And Dez starting the Runaway 5 show. One cultist goes down, both cultists go down, and the crow goes down. We got a trifecta. And the cookie drop, the boot. Opting to just eat the cookie. He really didn't lose a lot of health. Well, that cultist is in a weird spot. Yeah, you can't get behind those trees. We do have extra PSI for these upcoming fights. Mine starting the single cultist. Ideally, you just want to bash it out and have it attack you a few times so that your HP goes down a little bit. That dodge was not nice, but it could be beneficial. So now we got 36 HP. That smash was very poorly timed. It did not save any time. $37 HP is a good amount. I'm pretty sure he still has some leftover burgers from Onett to use for his healing items. Mine starting Car Painter. Going for the first turn Rockin'. It's probably gonna get life back up at this point. Yeah, that's all getting cancelled out. Typically, you'll want to wait until the second turn to do that. But sometimes if you're banking on a first turn double reflect, it could be good to do that. The miss from Car Painter, so now mine has a lot of HP. But no reflects on the lightning so far. Takes damage. Still no reflects. Very narrow HP, but the smash takes care of it. And that was at a very low HP amount. We gotta see if he gets some vitality from this. No, HP goes up by 1. That's a great Death Orb setup. Meanwhile, Dez is reaching 3'd. Need to make it through the graveyard, say hi to those zombies. Just real quick. Good walk so far. Sees that there are flies up above, goes down to despawn them. Along with that ghost and trash can on the left. That does clear the path. Got some trash cans on the left. And more trash cans. So much trash. Makes it pass successfully. And the rest of the walkout is clean. Dez will be getting started on Winters very soon. The mine is set up for that death warp. I want to see a quick bam bam. Nope, no quick bam bam. He has sized up. And he hits himself. What a doofus. Paula goes down. And Ness goes down. There you go. Not too bad. The mine had a death to PRV. But other than that, everything's been pretty clean. Yeah, the pincer was pretty rough. It was in that sort of top right corner. Got between some UFOs and some sprouts, decided to take the sprouts, and the sprouts were ravenous. Is that the right word? Also, hippie man! Saw it out of the corner of my eye. Mind going upstairs for that extra teddy bear? I'm noticing him doing a lot of strats that are migrated from glitch list. Safety pilled and bear maxing, please never say that again. Des officially starting Winters. Picking up that troublesome monkey. Oh boy. I don't know why I read that out loud either. Should have just ignored it. Oh, the butterfly chase. Does get it. Doesn't really need it. Nice, Des. Nice. I've been waiting to do this. Yeah, we read the chat message like a disappointed mother. Mine starting the Runaway 5 show. Des resting in the tent. About to start Tessie. Tessie time. You know, Tessie's song was the other song that I considered putting a Hey There Delilah over. I like Rave Beast too. It's very glowy. Strobe lights. Yeah, I would have had to do some major pitch shifting for that though. The one that I wound up doing worked better. I don't know. I would have had to experiment. it definitely would have been more of a stretch. His dad's starting Brick Road first. Gonna attempt that first proto skip. Monkey does not cooperate. But that one's a lot harder to get than the other two. Ooh, vapor testing would be interesting. Everyone has been doing that. Dez appeared to have taken a damageless first proto, which is excellent. The duck was skippable, and then it became not. I did notice a left side bus from the mine. Tisk tisk. Do better, scrub. Good duck skip setup. Took a little bit longer, but not quite so long. Imagine a bus. The second proto skip does not go so well. We did gain levels from the first one, so the fight is safer. The call for help, no good. Now we're worse for wear in terms of HP. Pop that boiled egg. Definitely, thankfully, is able to use it. Going for defense strats, gonna pull off the runaway. Yeah, no, that one was definitely on the monkey. We know. Dez been playing her heart out this run. She's doing fantastic. This monkey will not see heaven. This monkey has not gone to heaven. That was stupid, sorry. Mine makes it through the graveyard in one piece. Ooh, Dez. Oh, Dez, I like what you're trying here. This is advanced. Oh, it doesn't quite work out, though. Gets the red swirl. That would have been awesome if it worked out. I was seeing it. I was seeing the cogs turning. Yeah, definitely applaud that effort. Especially in this situation, there's not very much danger in terms of winning the race, you know. It's always still anyone's game, but Dez is quite a considerable lead. This one's definitely a lot more doable. There you go. Easy peasy. That's a fun party trick. Talking to the zombie lady. Y'all ever go to a house party and bust out the Super Nintendo and start stutter stepping? Yeah, that was kind of a weird pincer for Dez to stutter pass. It wasn't really going to work out. I never tried that with skip speed. Honestly. I did, and they kicked me out of the book club. Just rando things. True. Oh, that green swirl was nice. Got that Jeff Jank. I love that jank became like the technical term for it. I think that's really funny. Like, if you're facing this angle and the enemy's facing this angle, and you approach the enemy from this angle, and the enemy is approaching you from this angle, you get jank. Yeah, the alliteration does. It really makes it. Des just has the final mushroom spawn plate to deal with here. Makes it through with relative ease. Definitely lost considerable time to Pawn Cave with those difficult sort of enemy configurations, but she played her best. Did very well, given what was given. The mind picks up that monkey who is not seeing heaven and starting his own winter's journey. Those images that Tolmar posted were so like, okay, I want to read these and study these, but I looked at them when I was like really tired, and I'm like, this is too much. I'll get to it at some point. The mind finding a goat. I'm not sure why this happened. I guess that might be another intentional leveling up for Proto strategy. The dog is not green. So lucky that green with the mushy worked out. Yeah, for sure. Forgot where you're going. Fair enough. I've been seeing a lot of runners in this tournament take weird routes through this area of Winters, and I've just been wondering why that is. I don't know if it's intentional or not, sometimes. We got our second Tessie of the evening. I mean, that's pretty much what I figure. Like, sometimes there's just a little bit of ignorance there. That's why if you're ever joining this tournament, I highly recommend you check out our guides and resources because they are very helpful. We will show you the way. I know, the I word. I was like, should I say it? Ooh, some nasty spawns coming out of that graveyard ladder. Those ones are manageable. Going for the teddy bear. all that's separating Des from this win is the Boogey tent. Defend BBR. Very good Jeff roll. The mine making it through a protoplasm B. And the tent goes down. GG Des. Congratulations on the win. Woohoo! The mine is fighting the duck. And fighting the second proto. Looking at a 1:11:30 on Dez's finish time. Good stuff. She will be advancing to round 2. Going for a little tent glitcherino. The mine starting Pawn Cave. Looking for that empty room, gets it. Got the Koa. Looking for those empty spawn plates. Definitely a safer move than going for the stutters. Especially with the triple slug config. You stutter past them and you might have another 3 slugs behind it, and then you get lagged out into a nasty encounter. Koa QA. Mine makes quick work of that door despawn, but now we've got these guys to deal with. They've come closer. It's always the worst when the enemy spawns push you back. I wonder if the mushrooms from that position could be worked with. It would just have to... You would have to... Well, you wouldn't even have to skip the rocket. You could just go around for it from below. I don't know. Regardless, still struggling with getting rid of these guys. Sometimes I'll just get stuck here forever. There's not really much you can do. Just keep despawning. Finally clears the area. Mine finishes Pawn Cave successfully. Just needs to get around these cave boys and ride that Skyrunner. Wow, we didn't see any cave boys. Just weren't any at all. If there were any, they were up to the top left off screen. Is that what they are? You can't really commemorate the Skyrunner cutscene with anything other than a Tessie, huh? We don't have a Skyrunner emote, do we? Sky Bus. We're in the final stretch now. Jeff joins the party. Mine just needs to finish it out strong. Beat that boogie tent. Two teddy bears for Boogie Tent. We do not want to die. Going for the full everybody attacks turn. Just shy of defeating him. Nice job, Jeff, missing that rocket. But the rocket does the job. GG the mine on finishing it out. We have a final time of 1:21:22, if I remember the 2 seconds late on the start time. GG again to both runners, and especially GG to MissDes on the win. We will have one more race in about an hour. It's going to be myself versus Dark Alex. We will be taking an intermission. In the meantime, I'm going to go gear up and maybe have some dinner. I'm scared. I'm so scared. The game's going to ruin my hopes and dreams. Thank you to the restreamer. Thank you to Taxlog for restreaming for us and working at the same time like crazy. Thank you, runners, for participating. Thank you, chat, for being awesome. Thank you for subs and raids. You're welcome. You're welcome. And we'll be back in a little over an hour. In the meantime, I'm out of here. Peace.